Breaking news! More incredible news is coming out of Dove Valley, and it hits every level, on the field, in the locker room, and right in the heart of Broncos country. Between Sean Payton's cultural shift, a schedule that's adapting perfectly to us, and a locker room that already feels like a family, this isn't just hype. It's real. This is a team on the rise. And if you've been following this team through thick and thin, now's the time to shout it out loud. Hit that like button and comment, "Go Broncos!" On to the Super Bowl. Alright, let's dive into the good stuff because what we're seeing now is a total shift in energy around this team. Let's start with the schedule leaks. If you've seen what's already being teased for week 1, this is huge. While the Chargers and Chiefs have to fly all the way to Sao Paulo, Brazil for an international opener, Denver avoids the chaos. That's a 14 to 15 hour flight for time zones and the kind of physical drain that lingers into week 2. And guess what? One of those teams has to lose. No ties, no split records. The door is open in the AFC West for Denver to strike early. This is what smart scheduling looks like. Sean Payton lobbied the NFL to take this team international, not just for brand building, but to build chemistry. That's how much he believes in this group. And while the Colts ducked us to avoid the smoke overseas, the Broncos will still be heading out internationally in week 6 to face the Jets. That's right, it's a return to the scene of last year's statement win, and this time, Bo Nix is even more prepared. MetLife is no joke. Cross-country travel is real, but Denver's taking the road trip and turning it into a college-style bonding tour. Just like last year, the result? One of the tightest locker rooms in the league. And it's not just talk, we're already seeing it at rookie minicamp. Jay Barron, he showed up and immediately said, "I've already got my Texas brothers in this locker room. It feels like college again." That's the kind of unity you build champions on. And RJ Harvey? The moment that really showed how tight this team already is came when he was nervously answering questions from 20 reporters, and Jay Barron broke the tension by jumping in like a fake reporter. "Why'd you juke me like that in practice?" he asked. The room cracked up. RJ cracked a smile. That's not just chemistry, that's brotherhood. And while we're talking about rookies making an impression, let's give Quay Robinson his flowers. He's quietly becoming one of the most talked about picks from this class. Only 400 college snaps at Alabama, but every one of them came surrounded by elite talent, and he made them count. You've got first-rounders all over that line, and yet Payton is already gushing about this kid. And when asked what he wants Broncos fans to know, Quay didn't talk about sacks. He didn't talk about glory. He said, "I'll do anything to win." That's Derek Wolfe energy right there. Sacrifice, grit, the kind of player that lets other stars shine. And now let's go back to RJ Harvey for a second, because it's becoming very clear that this isn't just a rotational piece. Payton is already putting him in the film room watching Darren Sproles and Alvin Kamara. That's the bar. Not a backup. Not a let's see what he becomes. He's the plan. And when reporters asked about his size, Payton snapped back. He's short. He's not small. And Troy Rink added the perfect visual. This dude has the legs of a Ninja Turtle. No joke. Someone give him a nickname already. Mutant Ninja RB? Turtle Power 28? This is what the Broncos are building. Toughness, versatility, chemistry, and most importantly, asterisk belief star. Belief in each other. Belief in the system. Belief in the quarterback. And if you still needed proof of how Bo Nix is changing the perception of this franchise, just listen to Jay Barron when asked why he wanted to be a Bronco. His answer, Bo Nix. He's a competitor. He's built different. That's not just lip service. That's real. That's respect. And Barron isn't alone. Evan Ingram said the same thing. So did Deebo Samuel and Cooper Kupp. Guys around the league want to come to Denver now. That hasn't happened in years. That's the Bo Nix effect. That's the Sean Payton effect. That's the new Denver Broncos. So Broncos country, here's what I want to know. What excites you most about this team right now? Is it the schedule shaking out in our favor? Is it the locker room chemistry with guys like Barron and Harvey? Is it Quay Robinson turning into a hidden gem off the edge? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button if you're feeling this momentum. Subscribe so you don't miss the next video. We're breaking down exactly how the Broncos' defensive front rotation stacks up against the AFC's best. This team has heart, it has talent, and it has purpose. And if you thought that was the peak of the energy around Dove Valley, oh no, Broncos country, we're just getting started. Because the more you dig into what's happening with this roster, this coaching staff, and this locker room, the clearer it becomes. Sean Payton isn't just building a playoff team. He's building a program. One that has legs. One that can sustain. And the early signs out of rookie minicamp and the facility are screaming one thing, asterisk we're ahead of schedule star. Let's start with something that can't be overstated. The speed at which this rookie class is adjusting. Coaches have been open about it. Guys are picking up the system faster than expected. From Jay Barron knowing the entire defensive install by day 2, to R.J. Harvey already being moved around in packages, to Pat Bryant running crisp routes with NFL timing, this class isn't just loaded, it's ready. And that brings us to Troy Franklin. Let's have that conversation now. When the Broncos drafted him, the word from critics was that he wasn't physical enough or struggled against press coverage. But Payton didn't hesitate. He made it very clear. He views Franklin as a long-term starting Z receiver. Why? Because of chemistry. Because of his understanding of spacing. Because Bo Nix knows exactly where he'll be at the top of every route. That kind of timing is rare. And when you've got a rookie QB looking to get comfortable fast, having his favorite target from college is more than just a nice story. It's a strategic advantage. And speaking of chemistry, let's not forget what Courtland Sutton has been doing during all this. While trade rumors keep swirling and the outside world keeps guessing, Sutton's been all in with Bo Nix. They've been throwing, communicating, building. This isn't a guy looking to get out. This is a guy trying to win. And don't be shocked if Sutton ends up playing his best football since 2019 with a quarterback who isn't just looking to get him the ball, but knows exactly how to do it. And then there's Marvin Mims Jr., the forgotten piece in all this hype. Don't forget, Mims was leading the league in yards per catch midway through last season. He has legit 4.3 speed, better hands than he's credited for, and now with defenses forced to respect the underneath game with Harvey and Ingram, Mims is going to find single coverage everywhere. This is the year he breaks out. Let's not skip over the tight end room either. Evan Ingram is a massive upgrade. He can split out wide. He can play in line. He can move the chains on third down and take the top off a zone. But what's even more exciting? The development of Caleb Blonner. He's already flashing in camp. Coaches are raving about his catch radius, and the word is, he's further along than we thought. That's how these depth charts shift. Quietly, consistently, until the preseason hits and the rest of the league says, who the hell is that? Now flip to defense. Let's talk about one of the most underappreciated developments this week, the role of John Franklin Myers. This dude was a steal from the Jets, still in his prime, can play inside or out, and his leadership is already making waves. Young guys like Quay Robinson and Savon Jones are gravitating toward him. He's teaching, he's guiding, and when you combine that with the return of a fully healthy Baron Browning, you're looking at a front that can bully offensive lines for 60 minutes. And then, of course, there's the DB room. It's a joke how good this group is becoming. Pat Certain too doesn't need explaining. He's the best corner in football. But Riley Moss is no longer a developmental guy. He's pushing for serious snaps. And with Jay Barron already locking down the nickel spot, and P.J. Lott looking like a full-time starter, this secondary is deep. And when you've got a defensive front applying pressure, and DBs who can stick in man coverage for 3 to 4 seconds, you don't just stop drives. You force turnovers. And now let's zoom out. Look at the division. The Chiefs are doing another international opener and breaking in a completely new WR core. The Chargers are flying over 25,000 miles this season and hoping a rookie WR can fill Keenan Allen's shoes. The Raiders, still sorting out quarterback. Meanwhile, Denver has stability, momentum, youth, and a coach who's already scheming up week-to-week advantages before we even hit OTAs. Let's not miss this moment, because what we're watching is the foundation of something sustainable, something that can win now, but is built to win later too. And that's what separates teams that flash and fade from those that become annual contenders. So let me ask you, Broncos country, who's your breakout pick this year? Who's the name nobody's talking about that you think will have a huge camp? Is it Troy Franklin going off as WR2? Is it Quay Robinson becoming a sack artist? Is it someone like Tyler Batty or Chris Evans making the 53 and becoming the next Payton surprise weapon? Drop your answers in the comments. Hit that like button if you're feeling this team the way I am. Subscribe so you don't miss any of the deep dive videos coming this week, including an exclusive look at the Broncos' defensive pressure packages with JFM and Zach Allen. The team is ahead of schedule, and the league? They're about to find out. Let's ride.